Welcome to Seven Boards Academy. Right now we will discuss about what is called a permalink URL. Permalink URL is the web address that we see in SERP, search engine result page, when we search with a keyword. For example, if we search with a keyword here with hearing aids in google.com, now we see the organic results here. Now you see this green color URL is called the permalink URL. Now you see the type of URL here, like here it is written hearing hyphen aids. Now you see here hearing underscore aid. Now you see here this URL is like hearing hyphen loss, then hearing hyphen aids. You can see like this way. So this kind of permalink URL with the keywords included here with a hyphen is called static kind of URL. This type of URL is SEO friendly URL. Now there is another kind of URL structure that is called the dynamic URL, mostly with a question mark and page ID is there. So if we see the pattern of dynamic URL, so you can see the dynamic URL pattern here. So we open this and you see the pattern of dynamic URL. So dynamic URLs often contain the following characters. So you can see this type of characters in the dynamic URL. We can see the dynamic URL example. So we can go with the dynamic URL example. So we can see here example of dynamic URL. You can see here view entry .php question mark id equal to some numeric number and date equal to something. So this kind of URL is called the dynamic URL. From dynamic URL you can't predict, you can't guess what is this page all about, and it is not at all SEO friendly. So you need to make your pages mostly with SEO friendly permalink URL, that is called static URL, and static URL contain mostly your main focus words separated by a hyphen. So hyphen is basically used as AND operator here. So search hyphen engine hyphen optimization hyphen articles means it's basically on search engine optimization articles. So in permalink URL, try to put the hyphen rather than underscore. Underscore in URL is not good for SEO. So permalink URL, two types we know. One is static URL or SEO friendly URL. Another one is called dynamic URL that is containing some special characters, question mark equals to ID, something like that. It is not SEO friendly. So we will try to convert the dynamic URLs into static URL for doing the on-page SEO. It's called the URL masking. So most of the dynamic custom websites, the developers, they do the URL masking part. But if we use wordpress.com, wordpress.org is self-hosted WordPress website, then we can easily do it from the backend panel without a single line of coding. Let us see how we can create the static URL format here. If we log into a WordPress dashboard and if we go to settings and the permalinks here, so this settings is for your overall website, for every page of your website. So this is the default setting for permalink URL, and it is obviously a dynamic URL because WordPress is a content management system. It is dynamic, built on PHP. So the default URL is dynamic, but we would not select the default URL. We would select the post name URL here. So this would come like this, sample hyphen post this way, keyword hyphen keyword. So we would select the post name here and then we can click on this save changes part. After you have done with this, then you go to any page and if you check any existing pages there, or you can add new pages there. So let's start with add new page. So if we add new page here, So we can see the URL structure. So let us write something about this page. Say we write digital marketing tips. So this is all about our page. We are saving it as a draft. So now you can see this is called your permalink URL. Now you can change this permalink URL. You can separate your main keywords with a hyphen. So try to put your main focus keywords that you are using in your title tag in the focus keyword you are using for your meta description tag, a meta keywords tag. So try to put those keywords separated with hyphen in your permalink URL and try to keep it bit short, not too long, because permalink URL is been displayed on your Google SERP. If you see here, these permalinks URLs Google is showing here. So if it is too long, Google will not show it in a proper way. So best is keep it crisp, keep it short, and always try to include your focus keywords here, and always do not include the stop words. We say a and the preposition, the conjunctions, these are called the stop words. Don't put the stop words in your permanent URL. This is also called the slug. This is also called SLUG. This is called slug. So do not put the stop words into your slug. So this is your permalink URL structure, and as per your content structure. So if you see here in mega menu in the above the fold part of our home page, so this is called the above the fold part, whatever we are seeing without scrolling the page. So this is above the fold part. Now if we click on this mega menu, we see digital marketing. We have segregated in different sections: audit, SEO, SMM. Now if you click on page SEO, now you notice the permalink structure here, how this is coming here. So you see 7boards.com, then services, then internet hyphen marketing, then it is coming SEO, then on page SEO services. So it is pretty clear from the permalink URL that which page you are right now, and it is what is the parent page of this page. So you can see on page SEO services, the parent page of this page is your SEO. The parent page of SEO is your internet hyphen marketing. Internet marketing's parent page is services, and services parent page is 7boards.com. So you can very easily see that. Now we can see here, from here you can add attribute the parent page. So if we put parent page say crunchy banana chips, so you can see like this way, this page will come as with your parent page. The link structure would be like this. Like this is my page, this is my parent page, this is the parent page of SEO, this is the parent page of internet marketing. So in this way you can create your permalink URL structure in a SEO friendly way, in a static nature way. Thank you.